becoming a nonchalant guy and not needing a girlfriend is an absolute superpower. Because if you've clicked on this video, you probably want a girlfriend. But do you actually need a girlfriend? That is the main thing you need to be thinking about. Because I don't need a girlfriend. And I don't think you need anything. The only thing you need is food, water, sleep, survival, I don't know, etc. Like, being in a relationship isn't like you're not going to die because you're not in a relationship. Now, that isn't saying that you don't have the desire to be in a relationship. Because I perfectly understand it. There's times when you're on social media or you're watching certain movies, consuming some kind of content or whatever, where you'll see two people in a relationship and it seems perfect. It's like, oh my gosh, it's such a fairy tale. They've got it perfect. I wish I had something like that. But that's kind of dumb because that's them and not you. Just think about yourself, man. Like, don't compare yourself to other people who are in the flipping US or in Brazil or in flipping New Zealand. Like, it's not practical to compare, like, completely different human beings who are geographically different to you and just a complete separate individual to who you are. Because, like, for me, for example, the reason I don't have a girlfriend right now is because I don't have that many interactions with girls, alright? I'm not going to be one of the guys saying, oh, I don't get girls and black pill and cope and whatever. But it's because I'm currently looking for a part-time job, so maybe if I get like a part-time job where there's actually people my age there, then that can be, something that could lead me to interacting with girls. But I currently don't have a job. I'm looking for one. I go to the gym, and there are girls to talk to there, and I have spoken to girls there before. But to be honest, I prefer to just go to the gym Like, I'll socialize with guys there, and if there's girls there, I'll speak to them as well. But it's like I prefer to just get my workout done and then come home. I do enjoy the social aspect of the gym, and I have made some good friends because of the gym. But it's not really somewhere I go to like approach girls and stuff, which I think is a bit cringy and stuff when people do that in the gym. I understand the concept of cold approaching, but for me, it's kind of like I prefer to meet someone in a more natural way, like through work or through similar circumstances, that sort of thing. And yeah, it's basically just because I don't really have girls in my life. Like, I have friends, but they're all dudes. And I'm 19 now. It wasn't until when I was 18 last summer when I literally had my first date. Like, I was just graduating college, and I went on my first date with this girl. Went on a few more dates. We just weren't really compatible. And the annoying thing was that is that I knew deep down that I wasn't compatible with this girl. Of course, it was upsetting for her because she thought, oh, things were going well and what have you. Um, and I didn't. Here's the thing, that was done and dusted. But then you've got the external noise. You've got your parents. You've got family members. There's people saying like, oh, why have you done that? That's horrible. Oh, you've broken someone's heart. For me, I will not stick to something if I don't see it long term. I am a very traditional guy at heart, and I don't see the point in being with someone I'm not going to marry. Again, that's a very old fashioned way of looking at it, but I just want to meet the mother of my children. I want to meet my future wife, and I'm not going to date someone that doesn't fit that criteria. Um, I understand from the point of view like people saying, "Oh, but you need to have like fun experiences and practice and what have you," and I get that. I'm all for life experiences, but I'm not gonna waste my time with someone that I don't see. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna waste her time and be cruel and just discard her when I'm bored. Like, that to me is just very immoral. So right now, I'm just content being single. I'm just enjoying going to the gym, looking for a job, and just enjoying summertime's coming up, hanging around with friends as well. And yeah, it's, a lot of the time you don't really think about it unless you're reminded of it. And we are constantly reminded through social media, through people we know, through family members. Like, we're constantly reminded of this culture of relationships because it seems to be like a thing like, oh, if you're not in a relationship, something's up, or, you know, you're going to be alone forever. And people like very depressed by that. Now, I do think anything worth having, of course, you have to go out of your comfort zone. If you're at the point where you literally don't leave your house and you don't interact with people, then of course you're never going to find a girl. You know, you need to get out of this mindset that movies and media have created where people think we're just going to bump into who we love. Like, a lot of the time you end up dating someone that you've known for a long time, and it's not just this random encounter that you have with someone where you madly fall in love with them. That's just not how the world works, but this is what Hollywood and movies has taught us and drilled into our minds. And like it's amusing to me because I was literally talking to my mum the other day, and she was like, "Oh, you need to get a good job, meet a nice girl, and all the things." It's like, I don't need to do anything. Like, I'm just living my life. I'm just vibing. I'm just existing, improving myself, trying to get my finances up, that sort of thing. And a lot of the girls that I could date now are just not wife material. Again, a lot of people might say, "Oh, that's so shallow and stuff," but like, I judge people based on the content of the character, and if your character is not compatible with my character, I do not see any point pursuing it. Like, that's just basic logic to me. But I will say to you that if you think that you need a girlfriend, and especially if you are having this burning desire to have a girlfriend, then I don't think you should get into a relationship. Because it's like that phrase says, you shouldn't go to the store when you're hungry, because you'll end up getting what you want rather than what you need. So if you have this like burning desire to get into a relationship, and you start downloading dating apps and going to clubs and bars and just, low quality girls and stuff, then you are going to essentially get into a relationship, and it's going to each their own, but depending on what you like if you're getting into a relationship purely because you want to be in a relationship, not for the person themselves, not because you actually love that person and want to be with that person, then that's not fair, man. That's not fair to yourself, especially not fair to her. And you've just got to be honest with yourself, and you've got to learn to be comfortable with yourself. And how do you do that? Well, you essentially just be a friend to yourself. Like, you wouldn't hang around with someone you don't like. So become a person that you like. You have complete control over yourself. If you want to get in better shape, do that. If you want to learn a new skill, do that. Just become a person that you like, so that you're comfortable being by yourself, and you don't really need to rely on another person to validate yourself. Because, again, that's just not fair, and it's a recipe for disaster. So, shout out to all my single homies out there currently waiting. Don't worry, we'll find her eventually. We've just gotta not necessarily go with the flow, but enjoy what life has to bring us and react accordingly. But I hope you found wisdom in these words. Make sure you leave a comment about your insights into this subject, and if you have enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe for more wondrous anecdotes from yours truly. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless, and as always, take very good care of yourself.